Hello everyone, I am doing this recording on Saturday morning, February 23rd, 2019. It's roughly about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to start looking at the Amazon. Reason why I want to look at the Amazon is it's been consolidating and consolidating for a better part of 2 months, right? I mean, there's no direction. It wants to go higher, it wants to go lower, it wants to, I mean, it's just chop. It's chopping everybody, and while it's chopping everybody, it's also chopping this index. Maybe not. It's not chopping that index, but it just is chopping everybody. So that's involved in Amazon. So I think the market that's going to lead us either higher or lower is going to be Amazon, in my humble opinion, because you've got this volatility squeeze, right? This volatility squeeze. It's about to go. I mean, it's a lot of red dots, and this thing is about to go. And I'm looking for these trend to align, and this is just tells me whether we're chopping, whether we're going higher, or it just tells it shows me the nature of the market. This LBR 310 oscillator. So let me pull this to the other side and continue on this side. So Amazon is going to be the product that I'm going to be focused on for the upcoming few weeks, few days, what have you, to trade, because I think that's got something, some sort of move in it. The next product we want to look at would be Nvidia. Nvidia is also caught in this no man's land. I mean, this is the earnings gap or the pre-earnings announcement gap. Then it's been consolidating for quite some time, for about from 2018 until now. The trading range has been between roughly 126 and 174. So that's been the high and the low. So Amazon is another product I'd like to Nvidia is another product that I like to focus on for the upcoming few weeks. The next one would be Microsoft. Microsoft is interesting. I was involved in Microsoft. I took my money because it got the first move that I'm looking for, but I think Microsoft has a lot more to go than what we just got last week. So, but the challenge for me is I was in it, I'm out. So trying to get back in is just the most difficult thing psychologically. It's very difficult to try to get back in. So what I'm gonna look for is for some pullback, weakness in the market. If we get it, to get back in it. But if that doesn't come in, and I see some sort of options flow, I'll get involved in this market. The next one is Alibaba. Alibaba caught some call sweepers last week. The size of a call sweepers for this product is about $1 million worth of call sweepers. By call sweepers, what I mean is buyers, option buyers that lifted everything at the ask or close to the ask and so forth. So this got me interested, but the chart is horrible. So I'm just gonna trade this product if I see a little bit more call sweepers, and I'm gonna trade it to the upside. The next product I want to show you is Apple. There's this little bull flag, if you can call it. I mean, boom. You know, got this little bull flag, or this little wedge here. So Apple can go if we can break out, and it all depends on the market, right? It all depends on the general market. So if the market is going to go, then products like these will go. Aside from that, let's look at Netflix. Netflix looks like it's making higher high every day. Sorry about that. Let's see. The next one I want to look at would be, let's see. We looked at Google, right? So let's get back to SPY. Going back to SPY, SPY has been sloping. I mean, it's been a straight up market. Everybody can see that. So the $1,000,000 question is, are we gonna go higher first or break lower to go higher? So that's the $1,000,000 question. So I think that what's going to lead us is, if you look at this product right here, this IWM, it's the same thing. It's been up almost 27% from the bottom to the high. So you've got this inverse head and shoulders pattern setting up. It's not there yet. So do we pull back here and go higher, or there's no inverse? This is it. I don't know. You know, I quite honestly, I don't know. And when I don't know, I just wait. But this is bullish, or I wait for setups that make sense for me, like this one that made sense, right? And this one that made sense, right? Look at this one. I mean, this one's about to go. I mean, it's got a nice bottoming pattern, right? Really nice bottoming pattern. So the challenge is they've got earnings next week, so on the 228. So I may get back in this one. I was in it last week, or on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I got rid of most of everything when it got here. So we'll see what happens after earnings. There's also this China stuff going on. JD is a Chinese ADR, so you got to be mindful of that. But if it's something that I'm going to get involved, one of them would be this one. Let's look at Bizan. Sorry about the squiggly lines. And again, squiggly lines. Bizan. Geez, Bizan. I don't know what it wants to do, to be honest. But it's another Chinese ADR that I'm interested in. But I think you can get easily to 38.70. So that's not a lot of money. That's a lot of risk. You can take risk here at 34.29, or you can risk here to 32.38 if you want to, hit this target. If you're going for this 38.70, but for me, that's not something I want to get involved in. Alibaba. I don't know what to do with this. Yes, it's. I don't know what to do. So I'm not gonna get involved. Yes, it broke out here from this pivot right here, right? From this pivot, it broke out. So, and I think it's mainly news, but it's bad. Most of the Chinese stocks have been hammered. So this may go or may not go. And when I don't know whether it's gonna go or not go, I do not get involved. So let's just look at this. This is a 2-hour chart. Let's look at the daily chart. Let's get rid of these squiggly lines. Yeah, and this divergence here, and now it looks like it wants to go, but yeah, this is not something. This is not my setup, so I'm not going to trade this one. But the one I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. Amazon. Watch the Amazon. And you only need one product to trade to make a living. You do not need to trade many products. Yes, I'm guilty of that. I trade 50 million products some days. That's when I cannot find a clean trade. I'll probably just be on a scalp mode and just scalp everything that I can scalp on. QQQ. Same thing here. Yeah, so that's your pivot. We got another pivot here. So where do we go? Do we go higher? Again, what you got to watch out is what? Amazon. So watch Amazon. This is the main stocks that I look at and I try to trade. I like to concentrate on unless I find special opportunities. Yeah, this is a market, and let's look at this volatility products. The volatility products have been making lower lows. Not sure how much lower we're gonna go. So just also be really mindful of volatility. Volatility is close to 13.51. That is very, very, very low. So any kind of news is going to pop this up. But why do I care? I mean, I don't trade the news. I trade the setup. But I'm always mindful of the news. And let's look at this P call, put the call ratios. The put to call ratios, they're kind of low. So be careful. I mean, the put to call ratios are very low. So again, I keep talking about news, any kind of negative stuff or some sort of comment from the Fed, something is going to bring in some sellers. Yeah, this is what I wanted to look at. So if you look at this, I mean, the trend is nothing. Trend, you use it to, if it closes, let's say above 2%, like this, then you look for some sort of bounce for the next day. If it closes below a certain percentage, you look for some sort of sell off the next day. Otherwise, the trend is not something that I use for end of day stuff. I use it intraday. Skew. The skew is about 121, not a lot of buying. Put to call ratio kind of low. Just be careful. This is a VIX. VIX just touched the lower part of the Bollinger Bands. Anytime it touches the lower bands, or most of the time it does, it bounces. So we're probably, in the next few days, we're overdue for a little bit of a bounce in the VIX and for some volatility. In a nutshell, that is what I am looking at, and I hope this helps, and talk soon.